for pound great, the sensational,
The one, the only, the undisputed, the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world.
TrueCoreTv presents the champions of the world.
Hosted by the DiNunzio Brothers, Vago, AGD.
The show that introduces you to good people doing good things. We're going to ask our guests some questions to see their thoughts and feelings on a wide range of topics which we feel should be talked more about. Focus on mental, physical, spiritual health, truth, freedom, love, and the warrior spirit. Before we start, we want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Zeal's Natural Organic Products.
I'd like to introduce our guest, one of our top contenders to be the next champion of the world. Yeah. He's a professional DJ, the host for the Red Bull 3-Style competition, an honorary member of the Universal Zulu Nation, and a successful actor. Raised in East Vancouver, he started in the late 80s as an MC, b-boy, and music producer, but is now mostly known and notorious for his skills behind the 1 and 2s. He's a true scholar, crate digger, connoisseur, and student of the music from all genres. This man is a Van City legend, a staple, and veteran of the Vancouver music scene. A super humble and friendly dude, and our homie since the early 90s. Please welcome to the show, Philip Cabrita, aka DJ FlipOut.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Government name off top.
So we're going to ask some questions. We'll be jumping around a little bit, try to cover as much ground as possible in little time. But by all means, you know, if you want to go into a question deeper, go right ahead.
Let's go.
What do you think happened to hip-hop and the conscious movement from the 90s to the 2000s? Like Public Enemy, Tribe Called Quest, Paris, KRS, Ice Cube, those type of artists, you know, really...
I think a couple things may have happened now that we're here in the future. We're here now because we were all there. I got into hip hop through more conscious rap, like I'd say intellectual rap, like Public Enemy. But I also listened to Two Live Crew back then too. So I had both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, same.
You know, but it was all about the music. The music was really interesting to me, and they were both saying stuff I'd never heard in music before. Public Enemy is talking about how R&B is weak, and you know they're talking about stuff. Just like political things, and even KRS-One was talking about he's a poet, and then Two Live Crew was just saying insane swear words, and they weren't even like just saying it in the verses, they were making whole choruses of swear words and songs like We Want Some Pussy. It's just like really crazy to a teenage kid from Vancouver. I would say that part of it, and maybe some people won't like this answer, part of it was that the conscious rap was kind of a trend. Kinda. But Public Enemy wasn't a trend. Paris wasn't a trend. But if you go back to that era and you listen to some other records around there, everybody was kind of trying to fit into that mold because it was popular. But then it was popular, but then rap on a whole wasn't popular. You know, hip hop wasn't selling a bunch of millions of records. Only, you know, Hammer broke that ceiling with pop music, and so there are still conscious rappers out there like Nipsey Hussle, man, rest in peace. Nipsey Hussle was a 100% disciple of Public Enemy and then Tupac and all the conscious rappers that are gone. I can't even think of a conscious rapper like Lupe, I guess. Lupe, Kendrick is conscious. Kanye West is conscious, whether people fucking like it or not. He's conscious and he's controversial. Yeah. He does kind of everything. Who else? So, yeah, there's not as much because it's not as trendy.
As marketable.
And it's definitely not as marketable.
On the Nipsey note, with the recent passing of Nipsey, mainstream news claims his death was due to gang violence.
Right.
Alternative news claims his death was more likely to do with him funneling his money into black communities to build them, and also alternative news claims that because of this upcoming documentary that was putting a big spotlight on Dr. Sebi, which is a natural path that has been healing AIDS, cancer, lupus, diabetes, anything under the sun. Alternative News says the government basically took him out. So the question to you is, what are your views on his death?
His death is really deep. I mean,
Yes.
because first of all, you've just named 3 different theories on what happened to him. So his influence is just going so beyond himself now.
Yeah.
It's so deep that it talks about like those 3 things. It talks about, even at the baseline of it, toxic masculinity, where it was the story from eyewitnesses was that homie rolled up and he's like, and homie rolled up and was like, and Nipsey was like, dude, you're a known snitch, man. You can't come around these parts. Like, back the fuck up. Like, just, it's cool, but just don't be around here. And then he left and came back. So basically, he disrespected this dude in public, in front of other people. That guy felt disrespected, came back, and fucking laid him out. Which you hear about in every fucking rap song. You know what I mean? This is what you do.
Yeah.
You fucking clap back at motherfuckers if they fucking disrespect you, especially to your face. Like, you can't, motherfucker, disrespect me, I fucking clap back and pull it out.
Usually the rap songs are bullshit though.
Usually. So this is not. This is a real life thing. This is making everything that motherfuckers rap about real. With a real dude. With a dude who spoke positivity, and that's supposed to be your shield. Keep a real heart and nothing bad will happen to you. And he got killed. The best guy. Fuck, man. It's like, why didn't he get taken out in the street immediately? You know? Nipsey's like the Frank Sinatra of the streets.
Right.
You always think you have this protection, but he didn't. And that's where that conspiracy of like, was it how much money was that dude paid? Like, was it just a disrespectful thing? Or did he get set up unknowingly to go and confront him there, knowing, you know what I mean? Like, it's so much like somebody tricked this fucking guy who's probably not that smart, be like, yo man, the homie's disrespecting you, you should go down there and whatever. Goes down there, gets disrespected again, comes back. I don't know what the time frame, but when he came back, but yeah, I mean, and now he has that high profile lawyer,
right,
representing him.
It's like, why would that dude, some hood dude, have this crazy ass lawyer? Why would that lawyer be even involved? So I mean, that's why when we talk about alternative news,
the alternative news on this one is just going into a rabbit hole on IG and on Twitter. But the realness of Nipsey Hussle is he was really doing extraordinarily positive things.
He was.
You know?
Definitely.
And
I mean, that documentary would have been huge. It would have like opened a lot of people's eyes up on, on natural path and just naturally healing cures, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's huge. And that's up against a beast, you
Right.
know, the pharmaceutical industry. So that, I don't know, to me, it can't be proven at this point, but it can't be thrown aside as just conspiracy theory.
Right.
Like,
yeah, it's deep. You know what I mean?
he was,
It's deep.
Yeah.
But it's really sad.
Do you believe that there are dark occult forces behind the music industry at large? Not locally, but we're talking on a grand scale.
Like controlling the music industry.
I mean, yeah, there's just the labels, the people really high up in labels are people that are looking to see how they can capitalize on the most. And you capitalize on the most with shit that people will not question.
Right.
Or something that is so basic that people, it's kind of like giving candy to a fucking kid. It's full of sugar. The kid's gonna like candy.
Right.
You're giving them candy. obviously they're gonna love it. It's not fucking hard. So with the labels, they're like, we're giving you this fucking music that's entertaining because it's ridiculous. It's some ridiculous shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna like it, and we're gonna make the money off it, and we're gonna push it. We know how to fucking make you like this shit. We're gonna put it everywhere.
Yeah, just repetitive.
Just repetitive. It's just the machine. Like,
But it's almost like some of them are just like so bad that they're almost like sabotage. What I'm getting at.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like, especially hip hop. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
J. Cole said it in his 1985 song, where he says, "Fucking they, you're wild." He says like something like, "You're wilding out, and you're acting fucking crazy." He's like, "That's what people like to see, is a young black kid acting crazy with a lot of tattoos. That's what they expect of you. That's what they paid to see. They paid to see the fucking crazy fucking dude. They're like, this is entertainment. This is crazy. Look how crazy he is."
Right.
Yeah. They have someone that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's just, and I think J. Cole's point is like, understand what they're doing, what the label is pushing. They're pushing your 100% entertainment for the broadest audience that they can find.
So you've pretty much been touching on it, but the current state of hip hop, Flip, where is it at, man? Where do you feel like, where's it at right now?
Oh man, it's cool. It's fine. I don't know. It's all right. I don't want to say that old school is better. That generation is better than this generation. This generation is, you know, there's a lot of similarities. I always try to find like a similarity, and it's like, you know, to some people that stopped liking new hip hop, I think like, well, when I heard Tribe Called Quest, when I heard 2 Live Crew, Public Enemy, these things were new to me. So I was like, I was curious in it. So if this new hip hop sounds different, then that means it's new to me. So I'm curious about that. I listen to it. I'm like, okay, this just is, it's all vibe. You know, they have dope beats.
Yeah.
It's 808s. You know, our generation invented 808s. You know what I mean? We were doing, you know, they're still kind of using the same tools. People are still rapping, which is dope. Well, they're rap singing now, which is fine. But that's what rappers in the back in the day were doing too. In the 80s, Crash Crew. Rocking on the radio,
right.
you know what I mean? Like now, you know, Post Malone is rap singing.
Right.
And doing it better than like Ja Rule tried to do. Or 50 Cent was rap singing too.
A lot of people are trying to rap sing.
A lot of people have been rap singing. Drake mastered the rap sing.
Yeah.
Drake mastered the rap and the full singing, you know what I mean?
Well, before that, there was Lauryn Hill, which is an actual good singer. Drake,
Yeah.
he stays in his lane and it works for him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's more of a studio singer. I don't think he can sing live very well, I don't think. Yeah, but Lauryn Hill, she was the original rap singer.
Yeah.
Well, there's who else though? There's got Smooth B. He's not a real singer though. You wouldn't call him an R&B singer. Who though? There's someone else. There's someone else. I know there's someone else.
Back early on?
Smooth B is the closest one, I think.
He sang, bro? I don't remember.
Yeah, he sang all the time. I'm Greg Nice and I am MC Smooth B.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Together
But he was
we're-
not good. He wasn't a good singer.
But he fancied himself a singer, and I've seen him say on.
Have you heard
on
the Hip
social
Hop
media.
Junkies chorus? That's way out of tune, man.
Yeah, of course, of course I have. I think I just sang part of it.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that it? Yeah. No, that's the that's the intro for. Yeah, that's the one.
That's
the intro
for
to the song.
right.
Yeah.
I know, you know, a lot of people listening to this are gonna want to know like some of your favorite artists right now,
Of the current moment.
or favorite artists. Yeah, at the moment. What are your favorite artists right now?
Well, in the last year, I guess I like anything
Yeah,
Drake.
give it a
Anything
year or
Drake
two.
puts out, I like because it's always like pretty good. He's an example of a guy who's not necessarily he's pushed by the machine, but he's pretty fucking talented, man. Like he's pretty well rounded, and he came up like And one thing about him, he stayed true to his original core of friends. Like all those Toronto guys are now all coming up under him. You know, his manager is, I think he was his DJ and stuff like that. So I know I like Drake's music. There's the girl named Tierra Whack who's dope, and she put out an album that each song was a minute long and had a video. And she hasn't made longer versions of any of the songs, to my knowledge. Wow. And
is that a singer or
she's like Missy.
Oh, okay.
She's like Missy.
Where's she from?
Not sure, but she's dope. Her last name is spelled W-H-A-C-K, like whack, not your whack. Tierra Whack. Who else? Who else gets me hype? I gotta think about who else gets me hype. I wasn't a big Kid Cudi fan, like when he first came out and all that. I just knew like a couple songs, but I really like Kid Cudi. I like what he did on Kids See Ghosts album with Kanye.
Yeah,
I think
me too.
Yeah, his melodies and everything. I think he's different. He's in his own lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been.
Who gets me fucking hype? Just like certain songs get me. Fuck.
In line with our sponsors, Zio's Natural Organics, do you believe in buying organic food?
Yeah, I do. I believe in buying organic food and local food.
Word.
I know it's a little more expensive.
Yeah, sometimes
but,
you're playing up to double the price. Like, do you
yeah.
feel that it's worth it? Like,
for some things, it's worth it. I'm still like, for vegetables, sometimes I'm like, I'll just buy regular broccoli. I don't, you know what I mean? But I always try to look. I always try to look to see if things are local.
yeah.
I don't know. I do believe in organic stuff. I think it's like something that's not made available to everyone. I think that's kind of a crime.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we should all be have access to clean food. You
Yeah.
know, like that should just be a given, you know, right, a God-given right to clean food.
Yeah.
And you know, the food system is proven to be so tainted. You know, and again, like back to the money, right? It's
Yeah.
just like, just you know, a piece of chicken shouldn't be treated like a piece of wood going through a mill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a living organism. Like anyways.
All right, let's keep it moving, man.
Yeah.
Do you follow politics?
Not in depth, but
we don't either. So
just on the surface.
All right.
Why? Why do you ask?
no, because we don't either. We just were wondering if you're interested. We really don't. And like it's theater to me. It is mass theater. You know. So
It's insane.
Like on kind of that line, what grade would you give governments? Say for you, Canadian government, A, B, C, D, or F?
I give Canadian government. We're doing it on the scale,
Yes. Yes, that's it.
right? I give them an A.
An
in
A.
comparison.
FlipOut gives the government an A. Okay.
Yeah, and that's just that.
good.
Have you guys seen the documentary Where to Invade Next? Michael Moore. It's called Where to Invade
I've
Next.
seen the rest of his documentaries, but not that one.
This one's him as an American going to all these other countries and seeing how their healthcare system, how their governments work, and how they treat their citizens. And it's in comparison to the United States. And he goes to like France, and I think it's illegal for a employer to call you in the evening about business. And in France, and they get, you know, and in Spain there's the lunch lockdown where no one works between 1 and 2, whatever it is, and then you have a nap.
Yeah.
And people seem happier, and the government takes care of their people.
Yeah.
That's kind of like in comparison, because I did just travel all over the world on a world tour like in the past year, and I went to 24 countries in 3 months.
Wow.
And in comparison, Vancouver, where we live, it seems pretty chill and very lucky that we can walk into a hospital and get treated. We can go to a store and buy organic food. We don't have gun violence in the street.
As bad.
Yeah.
As the States, anyways.
Yeah. Well, I was in Brazil and shit, right? Where we had to stay inside to wait for an Uber inside the gated fucking venue. And then the person, the rep, had to go out, check if it was actually our Uber, come in and be like, that is your Uber. It is confirmed. Wow. But we get to the Uber and it's like a dude in a hoopty, like all fucking smoked out, 100% windows all around. And that's so we don't get Jack driving, that he's spotted as an Uber. So he just looks like a normal dude. Wow. Anyway, but people are still having fun and shit. But that, you know, man, no, Vancouver, I think our government it gets an A from me. I've been here my whole life. I'm happy to have a Canadian passport. I got a lot of American friends who are really fucking sad. They're bummed out. Some of my American friends are scared. They have Muslim last names. You know, they were born there. So they're like, oh, I have to be careful about saying my last name or my first name. It's super fucked up.
That is.
And I was thinking about this the other day. You hear about people, you know, who came from a fucked up country to live in Canada or in the States. I mean, are people fucking... I don't know if the American government is letting people leave. Like, can you claim refugee status from the States? Some people are getting persecuted. You know what I mean? You can you get that status and go to like England or something? Can you escape the States right now?
I don't think it's that easy.
It's not.
I don't think so. No.
But people think like, but it's very fucked up. Everything is kind
half the people I know can't get down to the States. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. It's not easy, man.
Though?
They don't want you moving around like that either, I don't think.
Yeah, it's just a lot of it's a lot of control and it's a lot of divide. It's just, you know, divide and conquer and a lot making everything just chaotic so that people are just in fucking all fucked up. Instead of having people trying to make people happy, I think the States just has too many people. They're like, we can't make all these people happy. We might as well just make them crazy.
Mainstream media, truth or propaganda?
It's propaganda.
Social media.
Yeah.
Like it, love it, hate it. I already know your answer.
I don't hate it. I like it.
Google implant. Hook me up or hell no?
No thanks. No thanks. But man, you seen what's his face? Elon Musk on the Joe Rogan shit, and he kind of blew my mind when he was talking about the only thing that's stopping us from being fully linked to our phone is the technology is not fast enough to operate from how we're connected to our phone as fast as our brain is. Right. So imagine your phone is you can access what's in your phone as fast as your brain can access anything. And he says, so then you can look at your photos. You already look at your photos. You already go to Google. You already check your calendar. If you can access your phone that quickly, like a brain, then you can have all the information that's on here. And you can react. It's like the Google Glass shit. It's like,
right.
It's kind of, I mean, that's what we're already doing. We're already doing that. So it's inevitable, but he's talking about then everyone is going to be connected to the global database.
Like Ex Machina.
The hive mind,
Yeah.
Right. Like an AI.
But I think it's just, I don't think it's that, I don't think it's I think it's just an information thing, because there's still things that that are not information based. You still have emotion, you know what I mean? You still have other things that are not information based. This is just the thing that holds information. It can't hold smell, you know what I mean? It can't hold taste. I mean, maybe it can fucking
make you
stimulate your brain,
right,
to remember that.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Word
Do
up.
you believe there's a devil?
I'm definitely gonna add that. What's the music from that game show?
That's deep.
Life is deep.
Do I believe there's
Sir.
a devil?
No right or wrong answer, man. It's like D or
Yeah,
no.
I get. I mean, if I believe in God in the way that I was raised, kind of like in in that mentality, then I guess there's a devil. If I think about God and being the energy that creates everything, I don't know if there's a. I don't think there has to be. I guess a negative energy as well. I guess so, because people are fucked up and they are like on a very. They're on that fucking murder, fucking no morals kind of like energy where they don't give a shit about life. Or they don't care about themselves or anything. I think maybe that's the devil. I think
Word.
there's a bad side, yeah.
Okay.
Bad energy.
Sure. Yeah. What would you say humanity's biggest concerns are? Legitimate fears, terrorist attacks, mass shootings, nuclear war, false flags, government, central banks, AI, alien invasion, the Messiah, climate change, ourselves possibly. What do you think humanity's biggest concern is in this physical dimension that currently?
Well, I think climate change encompasses a bunch of those, right?
Okay.
It's kind of like it's the government being whack. It's people against them, people against humanity and themselves. Yeah, I think that the effect of all the industries on the environment is pretty insane.
So what happens if we figure it all out? Like the control structure, history, real history, God, natural law, afterlife, alien intervention, interdimensions, time, quantum physics, space travel, astral projection, immortality, all these things that are big question marks still. What happens? Do the same things matter?
For me, art is like art is a necessity. It's also an escape. So I think when times are hard, art goes hard as well. And when times are weird, art reflects that.
Yeah.
So if everything was going super great, I still think art would exist. So I put a lot of value on art and on feeling and on, because music has those vibrations and frequencies and things you look at. Anything that changes the way you feel, and if it makes you feel happy, and you're also creating something, because you guys are creators, you know what I mean? I think that's really important, because even things that make you happy, you can pick up your phone and this will make you happy if you look at some likes, but that's not the same. That is that same feeling. So they have figured out ways to make people feel like they're happy through all these
Right.
ways that are not really benefiting your human fucking experience.
Right.
So I'm happy. I'm genuinely happy that I found something that I really like. But it's also laced in fucking intertwined in consumerism, because I love records, and records are a consumer product. They're like a thing that you have to buy. So even like my love of music still comes with this attachment to fucking things that I'd rather not be so attached to. But I'm here. So I don't envy, but I look at people who are like go off the grid, and people who live by very simple means and shit like that. I'm like, that's cool. I mean, I agree. I also like driving my fucking car, and I'll also pay over $100 to fill up my gas tank. you know, with the special gas for my fucking car, because I'm still a part of the whole system. You know, I haven't given up, but I'm still part of it. But you know,
we're all part of it, man. It's not, unless you're going off to the mountains and like exiting.
We're all in this
society,
shit, man.
And I'm always trying to find a balance in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to make me feel better than people or smarter, but to make myself kind of to keep myself in check, like or to recognize, like, okay, I've gone extreme on this end.
Right.
I know that I go extreme on this end as well. You know what I mean? Like.
And like you said earlier, the divide, you know what I mean? It's about us coming together and unifying.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's all divide. And how different we are from another. That's all the time we have for today.
Okay.
We'd like to thank you so much for coming on, Phil.
Yeah,
much
man.
respect. Much love.
Respect.
We love your work. And please tell our listeners where they can find you online.
Online, you can find me on Instagram all the time. At FlipOut, on Twitter at FlipOut. I have mixes up on Mixcloud, FlipOut, and also because, you know, I walk the fucking line, I still do a top 40 radio mix show.
Word.
On 94.5.
Is it still
Virgin
the
Radio.
Traffic Jam?
Still the Traffic Jam.
Nice. Best slot.
Best, yeah, it's the number one radio slot besides the morning, but this is like the top hour, and I'm still there. I think it's this is my 15th year.
Damn.
I think.
Wow.
Good for you, man.
14 years.
Props.
Doing it. So I'm still there.
Much props.
Still playing pop music, still using the technology of DJing, still looking to have fun with it.
Is there any residence spots in the city where people can come check you?
On Wednesdays, I'm at Bottleneck Restaurant, which is attached to the Commodore. And that's where I play all 7-inch records, all vinyl, on that night from like 9 p.m. till 1. I do that with Vinyl Richie, usually.
Dope.
And Fridays, I'm on a rotation at Portside Club, playing off a computer to very young kids. And also on rotation at Fox Cabaret. Doing also a soul night with records, and also like a Y2K night where we play music from between 2000 and 2011 now, I guess, because that's old school. 2010.
Really?
Yeah, 2010 is old school.
That's crazy.
And Saturdays I'm at Gran Reserva, which is the basement of La Bodega restaurant on Main, and they have a bar down there. So every Saturday I'm there 10 to 2 playing anything. It's just a small spot where I can just have fun. The staff is great. The owners are dope, and the vibe is nice. Yeah.
Dope. Well, special thank you for everyone that tuned in with us today. Check out FlipOut's work online at all the places he told you to check him out. And if you're in the city, definitely go check him out one of the spots. And yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Zeal's Natural Organic Products. Truth, freedom, love, and the warrior spirit. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.